Over the following months, I've been paying very close attention to people who are both Republicans and Democrats. And what I find is that there will be things that I agree upon with basically any politician. There have been things that even Bernie Sanders has said or Barack Obama that I agree with, things that people like Mitt Romney, who are traditionally more on the conservative side, have also said things that I heavily disagree with. I think one of the most important factors that you should look for in your own political ideologies is whether or not you can judge something someone says by the thing they say rather than by the person who says it. There was in ancient Greece this theory that there were three ways to convince people, and we still hold to these very much. The three ways to convince somebody of something were called the following: logos, which is where we get the word logic. That one's kind of self-explanatory. That's the reason of the argument itself. There was also ethos, which was the origin of the word ethics. Ethos is when you appeal to character. You say, for instance, this person is a good person, and so whatever they have to say is true. There's also pathos, where you appeal to somebody's base emotion. I think when it comes to politics especially, we have to ignore what our own emotions would tend to say, because political decisions tend to affect us for years on end. We can't make a decision off what sounds good with doing no research. We may be angry at the opposing side, sometimes justly, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we should give in to our instincts, our base instincts. We should always think an idea through, no matter who it comes from. And so I think when it comes to allowing ourselves to be convinced of a particular political doctrine, we should ignore pathos. Ethos, similarly, isn't a good thing to rely upon when it comes to politics. So, if you know a man is a very good, honest man, they're probably going to be a good person to talk about how to deal with others with, or help you in a relationship, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have good economic policies. I've heard many people say that Bernie Sanders truly believes in what he preaches, and whether or not that's true, whether or not he's a good person, doesn't really matter. If his economic policies are, kind of on the bogus side, we shouldn't follow those. We should really pay attention to the logic and the reasoning behind any argument and follow that as much as is humanly possible. And I think when we're able to do that, when we're able to ignore our emotions and our instincts on a topic, when we're able to put aside who said it, who is putting an idea forward, and focus solely on the merits of the idea, that's when we can achieve the greatest good in politics. A lot of the founding fathers didn't like each other, but together they were able to reason out the greatest system of government the world has ever seen. And that's a pattern we should follow.